We are back again with another episode of Diaries of a Six-Figure Coach podcast, and I am diving into a topic that I love to talk about, which is launching and the power of a program launch. And I want to give you a little bit of a different perspective on launches today, because I think sometimes launches get a bit of a bad rap. And recently, I was supporting one of my clients with her launch for a signature program. And I've actually been helping with a lot of launches, which makes complete sense because a lot of people in my world call me a launch queen. I love launches. And I love them because they're so powerful. But I had my client go through my launch program, which is available as a pre-recorded program now, and you can dive in, and it gives you the strategies, the tools, the tech, and the execution, and dives into my launch vibe method, which I've spoken about on this podcast before. But she asked me essentially, is this how I'm going to launch my signature program? And I said to her, yes and no. But what we're actually going to do is create a bit more of a custom approach for you and a combination approach that uses what I'm teaching in launch, but think of it as like an additional way of launching. And so she was like, oh, so interesting. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. This is not something that I was teaching inside launch, because launch is very much focused on launching one thing at a time. And it really teaches you the foundations of launching and my launch vibe method. But the thing is, program launches are such an amazing way to get your product in front of your ideal clients, to get people excited about coming to join you. And when done right, for a signature program or a high ticket program or a bigger program, really what a full launch is meant to do for you, through almost like stacking multiple different approaches, is actually filling your pipeline with quality clients or quality leads for your signature program. And then through different ways, we can then, through the launch, get people to take another step and move them on their client journey all the way from follower into your signature program. And if you're new to business, or if you don't have a really hot audience yet, and you're still building that, and you're building your business, and you're working towards having all those things so people jump in quicker, really launches are a brilliant and powerful way to help you do that. But it's not really just one approach. And I have a masterclass coming up, which I'm so excited about, the 5-figure signature launch method. And there's a link in this bio in the description where you can sign up now, and you can hop in at pre-sale for another 24 hours. It's only $33. There's also a VIP option, which honestly, you're going to kick yourself if you don't hop in for it now at $222 right now. And the bonus mastermind alone is worth the $222, but what else you're getting is priceless. So if this is something that's speaking to you, if you're struggling to get people in your programs, if you're not sure how to launch, if you're winging launches, if you want a process to launch to help you start having 5-figure launches for your signature programs, for your high ticket programs, then I highly recommend get your butt in this masterclass, whether you come in for the $33 or whether you come in at the VIP. This is going to be such a brilliant investment for you and your business, because honestly, launches don't have to be this energy training, overwhelming thing that you do. You don't have to feel like you keep getting stuck. It doesn't have to be the thing where you get to the end of it and you're like, oh my God, I am so exhausted. I can't even think about anything else. This was the worst. Like, launches are meant to be that. Launches are meant to be exciting, fun, create hype, create a buzz, and really allow you to celebrate this program, to celebrate what you're doing. And so in order to do this well, there's a certain methodology that I use, and there's a certain process that you can actually customize for you, where you are essentially working through your pre-launch phase and then main launch phase and post-launch phase, and using it to its maximum potential to really drive quality leads to your main offer. And we actually do that through creating a really, really powerful lead generation offer or lead generation event. This can be multiple different things, not just masterclasses, okay? And I will dive into that in depth inside the upcoming masterclass, the 5-figure signature launch method. Hop in, the link is there. But really, what I want you to understand is that the launch and the lead generation event, what you're doing to prime your audience before your main launch for your signature program, is such an essential piece, and it's often overlooked. And there's multiple different ways in which we can do that. There is multiple different ways in which you can create buzz, excitement, and hype and get people in. And depending on, again, where you're at in your business, the stage of business you're at, and the type of audience that you have built or not yet built, there's different lengths which I would recommend you use to be able to get the leads to then come in and say, heck yes, I want more of this. There's a very strategic approach to this. So it's not just launching your program. It's not just following the process of one launch, but it's actually using multiple different strategies and approaches and combining them to create a launch that really gets people excited, open, and ready to come and say yes to what you have to offer, yes to your program, yes to the result that you are sharing with them that you can deliver. And you've got to have a strategic approach to that. And when you don't have that, when you don't have a strategic approach to launching, when you go straight for launching your main offer, I'm not saying that that doesn't work, because it does. And what I teach in launch has worked for many, many of my clients, and it works for me. But what I have found as I've continued to scale, what I found as I've been working with my clients who a lot of the times are still building their audiences up and are establishing themselves as experts in the field and are moving towards that $100,000 goal, is that really we've got to think a little bit more about how we can logically progress and move people through our business and prime our audience more and create more awareness. And we do this through these lead generation events, I call them. We do it through that. And again, I'm going to go into depth about this more, but I wanted to share that with you because I think this is really critical. And a lot of the times through a launch, we want to see results so fast. We want to get there quick. We kind of want to rush it. We want to be like, oh, I want to do a short, quick launch and just have 100 people joining my program. That doesn't work this way, or at least it often doesn't work unless you already have a hot audience. So I've been trialing this, I've been testing this, I've been using this methodology with multiple of my clients, and I have only up until now shared what I'm going to be sharing in this masterclass with my private clients or my strategic mastermind clients. And of course, if you want to join me in any of those, just reach out, send me a DM at Teresa Lambert Coaching, and we can have a chat about that, and you get access to all the goodness that there is to get. But this has been a game changer. This has been a game changer for clients. This has been an opportunity for them to launch their programs and actually get qualified leads and then get people into their brand new signature programs. And this really is an opportunity where you can create and tap into a system that is proven, that you can rinse and repeat and do again and again and again, which will help you create sustainable growth and scale to the level that you want to scale to. And so again, there is a strategy to it. And before I applied this strategy and methodology, before I taught my clients this, and before I was able to really scale my business to 6 figures, a lot of the times what happened was that I had things like freebies or master classes or even like a business audit. I didn't have that in the past, but these type of offers that I had in the past that were designed to help me get qualified leads, to help people get people behind the scenes and then sell to them. And it's more powerful to actually sell behind the scenes than selling front facing directly to the customer, because people who've already taken an extra step, a little bit of a warmer audience already. But the thing was, before I had the strategic approach, before I started to really understand and experiment and see what moved the needle from getting them to take the one step to then position what comes next in a more logical and natural way, what ended up happening a lot for me, and I've seen this with other people, is that I would get 20, 30, 50, sometimes 60 people into my master classes, but I would have nobody buying. So I would have this free lead generation event, and then there was literally no return on it whatsoever, and it became a problem. And so I was like, well, something's got to change here. Like, there was a disconnect between people getting excited and coming into that, but then not taking the next step. And when I talk about taking a strategic approach and the power of launching, this is exactly what it is. It is a skill. It is an art. And it honestly will change the way that you do business, because when you're launching in this way, when you're using this approach, when you have a way to get more qualified people into your business consistently through launches, whether you do them monthly or whether you do them quarterly or whether you do them 2 times a year, this ultimately will allow you to talk to the right people and sell to the right people that are ready to now come in and take the next step with you and come and opt into your signature group programs or your high-end, high-ticket program, whatever it is. So when we get this right, the power is huge, because now the effort that you're putting in, everything that you're doing, does 2 things. One, it brings qualified leads through the door. Okay, it brings qualified soul-aligned clients to you who say, yes, I am already interested in what you have to say. And if you're solving a specific problem for them in your masterclass or in your free offer or in whatever that ends up being, that lead generation event, you will have people saying, this was incredible. How can I get more? This is huge. So your conversion will be able to go up. This is one. But 2, the other thing with launches is that it is a brilliant opportunity to really create awareness and educate your clients, new clients, or audience that you have on what problem you solve and who you solve it for and how you support them to get a certain result. So even if people aren't necessarily jumping into your signature program or into your lead generation event yet, what ends up happening is you're starting to build an audience of the right people. And every time you launch something else and launch something else and launch something else, you're actually strengthening that relationships. You're building trust. You're building the know, like, and trust factor. And more people will start to say, yes, I'm ready to take another step. And then from there, saying yes again, saying yes again, saying yes again. There is a strategy behind this, and it is powerful. So launches, when done right, are fun for you. Launches, when done right, really help you to create quality leads for new people that can come in, and you are able to plant seeds instead of seeds with 1-to-1, from seeds to 1-to-many. And I'm going to dive into that more in the next week's episode. But it ultimately really allows you to funnel your audience and funnel people that are sort of kind of just watching into people that are like, yes, I'm interested, into people that are like, heck yes, I want this information. So your audience becomes hotter and hotter and hotter through this launch funnel and through the way we specifically deliver this launch. And I will teach you my exact methodology of what I do, what I teach my clients. You can customize this to you so that it can work with your current setup, with something that you might already have. You'll be able to refine and tweak and then launch your offers from that with that methodology and start to really make headways and start scaling your business. This methodology has helped me multiple times to have 5-figure launches and multiple 5-figure launches. It's helped me at the beginning of this year. It's helped me at the end of the year. Like, I have launched so many things. I've also taken the same approach with my clients. And as I said, generally my clients that are taking the action, that are following through, are getting really, really great results, even if they have not a super hot audience yet, and or they've never launched before, and or they have never run this program before. And it is so great to see that when they show up through it and follow this process and are really in line with it, they get results from it. And yes, sometimes we do it and we have to do it again and again and refine. But ultimately, what I'll be teaching you is potent and it's powerful. And when you're ready to scale, if you're ready to say, hey, I want to get more qualified leads, I want to figure out a process that works for me where I can launch in a way that's sustainable and actually gets me to the results that I want, then come into this masterclass. It is not just one cookie cutter, one fit approach. It is a very specific methodology that I apply that has worked again and again and again and again. I would say that launching is one of the things that probably is 50% at a 50% level responsible for me being able to get my business to 6 figures and now scaling to multi-6 figures. Launching, I still believe, and I stand by this, is one of the most important and essential skills to master if you're having an online business, because it will help you get your product, services, and programs in front of your ideal clients. So I am super, super excited to pull back the curtain, to take you behind the scenes, and to break down exactly what I do and teach my private clients to launch their programs, signature programs, and high ticket offers online successfully. And it is not as hard as you think. So I am stoked. Come and join me. I'm going to be sharing a ton of gold about launches on my Instagram. So if you're not already following me there at Teresa Lambert Coaching, come follow me there. But I really hope I'm going to see you in this epic masterclass. It's going to be live. It's hosted on Zoom. And again, this is the last 24 hours that you can hop in on the pre-sale price, and then the price goes up. So if you're even remotely thinking, oh, I kind of am interested, I want this information, hop in. You're getting some epic bonuses too, which I'm really excited about. But launches are powerful. Launches are potent. Launches don't have to be energy draining. You don't have to get stuck. You don't have to get worried. You can launch in a way that feels really good and that ultimately creates the kind of results that you want. And that is what I want for you, which is why I'm pulling back the curtain and I'm providing you with that methodology so you have a process that you can rinse and repeat, and a strategy that you can rinse and repeat, and that you can customize for you, and then do it again and again and again and again as you scale your business to 6 figures and beyond, whether with my help or on your own after that masterclass. So that is a wrap for this week's episode. I am so freaking excited to be talking about this. You can probably tell I am lit the heck up. I love launching. I've recently, as I've been preparing this launch, really rediscovered my love for launches, for getting launches ready and doing all that. It is fun. It is exciting. I'm lit the fuck up by it. And that is the way it should be, and no other way. And people will be able to feel that. So I can't wait to see you on the inside. I can't wait to hop on next week to talk about how we can go from serving one-to-one to serving one-to-many, and taking a bit of a different approach to scaling and how this works, and also how this ties into our lead generation process. And lead gen, y'all, is so critical for your business. So I am out. I'll chat with you next week, and I'm going to see you inside the 5-figure signature launch method masterclass. Peace.